Installing a Maxxair fan should be simple, right? You cut a hole, drop it in, and you're done. Well, today we'll show you how ours turned into a domino effect. We chose the wrong spot,
We made a mistake.
had to shift the solar panels again, and a nightly rain reminded us that plans and reality not always go side by side. Here's how we turned a headache into the final roof layout of our van. For this install, here's everything we'll need: a utility knife, drill and driver, jigsaw, Rustoleum primer with a brush, marine adhesive, shims to level the roof, butyl tape and self-leveling silicone. Plus, keep a Sharpie, painter's tape and a metal file nearby. And of course, the star of the show, the Maxxair Fan.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're installing our Maxxair Fan. Finally, it's been with us the past 2 weeks, but we had one piece missing. That is this. What is this? Well, it's shims to level up the roof of the van. I actually forgot to order it on time, so everything arrived except of this one, and when we discovered that it is missing, we immediately ordered it, and it took a few more days. So although we already have the framing, the insulation in the ceiling, and even wiring of the pucklets, we will install the fan right now. So here it is. The magnificent 10 speeds fan, black lid, no rain detector needed, blah blah blah, etc etc. Fan. And I probably threw a little bit of more pieces. Yeah. God, it's bigger than I thought. So this is the actual fan. We have the internal flange thing. I don't know how to call it. Just the trimming piece of the fan. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is to see that we have actually enough space for the fan on the roof. Because it might seem like a lot of space, but we're also going to have another solar panel that is waiting just for this to be installed. So here we are. Let's see how much space does an additional solar panel takes. Let's say from here, 37 inches, and same from here, and we have 43.5. So that's a check for us. We can continue with the installation.
We started by making a template for the cat, using the fan stream piece to mark it out. It came out a perfect 14 by 14 inch square. A few quick cuts with the utility knife and we were ready to find the perfect spot in the van's ceiling. But after a lot of measuring and remeasuring, we realized something wasn't quite right.
We made a mistake. Now the layout we planned is 2 solar panels in the front of the car, fan and then another solar panel. But we checked, we cannot make this setup work without cutting a support beam of the roof. So after a lot of calculations, we understood that we have only one option, and is 1 solar panel, fan, 2 solar panels. And it means that we need to move again the solar panel.
As Sarah told you, we have to move the solar panels so the fan sits right after the first one. And well, she is the lightest person around here. Unfortunately, Chasey doesn't have thumbs, so she cannot help us. So Sarit is the thumb owner, the lightest thumb owner around here. So she has to sit on the roof. In general, it looks like a beautiful day to do it. We planned to install only the fan today without any issues, but you cannot plan the issues, right? Anyway, we have 2 days that looks pretty good, so it will have enough time to cure after we put the fan up.
Once we shifted and reconnected the solar panel in its new spot, it was finally time to get serious about the fan. We lined up the template, drilled the pilot hole right in the center and brought it up to the roof to mark out exactly where our big cut would go. Before cutting, we prepped the van by hanging a nylon sheet inside to catch all the metal shavings. Then we taped off the area with painter's tape to protect the van's paint. And finally, it was time for the scary part, cutting the roof.
Let's do it. I must say the roof feels much thicker than the sidings of the van. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, do not do it before.
Do not do it after.
You put the insulation.
Okay. Wow, it looks like we have a cloud inside our van.
Yeah, definitely a cloud.
I cut back the insulation to fully expose the opening, while Sarah vacuumed up every last metal shaving. We filed the sharp edges smooth and coated them with Rustoleum primer to prevent rust.
Alright, so now I'm putting the shims, which are actually just pieces of PVC cut with a little bit of an angle right here, and they go in between the ribs, just like this. So it's leveled. I'm gluing each one of these with this marine adhesive sealant of 3M Fast Cure.
For the installation, a frame is needed, so we cut the needed pieces for it and installed them with Craig pocket holes. Before moving to the fan installation, we prepped and mounted the third and final solar panel.
So while the shims of the fan are drying, the glue in the shims, I'm going to drill these flanges, 2 of them, for each solar wire from the inside outside, right here, one next to each other. We ordered this single one because the other ones that are doubled are too wide for the ribs here, so we could not put them inside the rib or outside the rib. And I recommend to put it on the higher rib, because here you will make like a water pool when it rains. So that's my recommendation. If it worth something, let's do it.
We drilled 2 holes for the solar wires,
Alright.
and filed the edges smooth. Then we passed the wires through, 1 positive, 1 negative. We realized we forgot to paint with Rustoleum primer, so we quickly added that now. After it dried, we crimped on the connectors and sealed everything up. Next, we stuck down the cable glands with 3M marine adhesive, and finally, we set something heavy on top to hold them in place while it cures. With that done, it was time to get back to the fan.
This is the base plate of the fan. It's finally cured, almost 100%, it's not sticky anymore. And it holds the shims pretty good. We put some butyl tape under it and the same marine adhesive, marine grade adhesive that we put on the other areas, just to be safe, you know, better safe than sorry. That's it. All right, now we're going to have to do some holes for all of these screws that are going to pass through our roof.
After that, we dropped the fan into place and sealed all around it with self-leveling silicone.
We took off the fan so we could reach everywhere with the self-leveling sealant.
And I really hope it's self-leveled, but doesn't really matter if it's 100% sealed. That's the important thing. How does it look on your side?
Good.
Good. No holes?
Nope. Nope.
Then came the moment of truth. We tested the fan, every function worked perfectly, and we just stood there admiring our work.
Good morning, people. This is the first morning we are producing electricity from 3 solar panels and that we have a fan inside. So it's pretty exciting moment.
Yes.
Now, let's see if the self-level adhesive has actual level. Probably not, because it's been drying overnight, but let's see. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. Well, it looks just how we put it. But dry. Wanna see? It's not 100% dry. From the outside it's dry to the touch, but I can still feel it's not totally cured from the inside. But it's okay. As I told you, the important thing is that it's cured and that it's actually seals. So of course this painter's tape was redundant. Never mind. All good.
With that, we could finally say the roof layout was complete, at least until the Starlink arrives.
Good morning to you too.
The very next morning, just as we were about to start the next project, we discovered a leak.
So this morning we had a burst of rain, and as you can see, this window has butyl tape. No water. Amazing. These windows have whatever they came with from the factory, some foam layer. No water. Nothing is wet. Amazing. This brand new fan has butyl tape, 3M marine sealant adhesive, self-leveling adhesive, and it has water. Dang it! From this side, there are a few drops. Now, it rained a lot, like a very big amount of water. So, if we have only a few drops, it's not like a very big deal, but we are going to have to seal it to understand where. Maybe we'll just do a self-leveling sealant around it, like an entire tube from the beginning. The glands, flanges of the solar panels are also okay. I mean, you try to do your best. Let's go and buy some stuff.
And that's exactly what we did. We emptied an entire tube of self-leveling adhesive to seal the leak once and for all. But before we wrap up this episode, here's a quick update on a future install.
We might want to install a Webasto heater or other heater of that kind behind the driver's seat. So we had to wire that as well. We wired it from our electrical system, went behind the wall, up here, up to this beam of the sliding door opening, and then it's going, it's running behind this foam cover and to here. Can you see it? Right there. Then it goes behind there and runs through this side of the beam behind the plastic. It took some time, but we ran it through here. I will also, of course, close everything, just left it open so I can show you. And then it runs down, 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 and comes here under this floor mat, and from a hole it's coming out. So this is just a preparation. We're not going to connect any of the ends, I mean, not on the power system side, nor here. It's going to stay like that. We're going to wrap it with some electrical tape, and well, we are ready to begin our internal flares project.
If you enjoy this build episode, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps to support the channel. Thanks for watching. See you on Friday.